Hey everybody, it's ChannelJacker here, and we're back, and we got A Bug's Life ready in store for... It's gonna be a great show. FictionAddict, are you okay?
What? Enchanted? We have to do this.
I thought we had this planned out. We were gonna go right straight through the pic.
This deserves a break. I need to rip into this movie, and you will not stand in my way!
Buckle up, everyone. She doesn't usually flip her lid this bad unless it's something truly terrifying.
So more or less, Ella Enchanted is your basic Cinderella story set in medieval times with a pretty original twist. Shortly after birth, she's given a gift by an incompetent fairy to be an obedient child, which means she has to obey every order ever given to her.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad the way you're playing it up. It just sounds like a spin-off idea, Cinderella.
A hip, modern twist on a classic tale.
Oh. Oh god, no!
So it doesn't start out so bad. Great fairy tale setting, nice landscape, and...
Fairy tales tell, as their labels imply, stories of magic, of creatures that fly.
Dr. Seuss in his high school days. Maybe middle school at best.
Stop. Rewind. Freeze. That's Eric Idle. What is he doing here?
Wait, Eric Idle? The Eric Idle? No. No.
Yeah, that's him.
No!
Yeah.
What is he doing in this movie? He's better than that!
He has to be enduring some form of punishment for some ungodly sin he committed while doing the Monty Python movies.
Why do we have pop music in a fantasy setting? Stop. Rewind. What is that?
Welcome to Frell, a cross between fairy tales and hell.
No. What is that? Is that a modern culture reference, not 15 seconds into a fantasy movie? Let me tell you something. If you put modern references in a fantasy movie, they have to be really freaking clever to work. Like, brilliant. That wasn't brilliant. Not even a minute in, I'm not impressed by this. Something tells me there's going to be more. Let's get a count going on the screen.
Hey, look, even the baby doesn't want to be in this movie.
Whoa! Lucinda! Oh, she gives the worst gifts. Lucinda here. Fairy par excellence.
What the hell am I looking at?
Does she even look like she's from a fantasy medieval setting?
No, she looks like she came from a fashion show but walked out halfway due to having a mental breakdown.
Ella Frell, I give you the gift of obedience.
Sparkles. Pink sparkles. For magic. I'm sorry, when did we establish this was a cartoon?
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle!
You should thank me. I've just given you the perfect child.
Interesting idea.
Oh, just wait.
Okay, Addict, I just want to ask you something. Can girls?
No, CJ, they can't aim. The makers of this movie don't even know that much about the differences between boys and girls.
So we have a movie who can't even tell what direction a girl can pee with all the writers it has in the first 10 minutes. Continue. So, we get a series of scenes depicting Ella as a little girl, at least after that last scene you hope so, unable to disobey even the simplest order.
Fight me! spell back? You're a fairy.
I'm only a household fairy, honey. And besides, according to fairy guidelines, only the fairy who gave you the gift can take it back. But she said she'd turn your mother into a squirrel and take away my eternal youth if we ever asked her again.
Oh no! Take away her eternal youth? The horror!
Please get well, Mother. Mother, please.
I can act!
What's inside you is stronger than any spell.
Hold me closer, Ed. It's getting dark.
Only Mandy and I know about the gift, and you must never tell anyone else.
Gee, I bet having her not able to tell anyone about her secret won't backfire in any way to this plot. Hey look, the generic giving you of an item of I'll always be with you before dying. And then an off-screen death because they're too wimpy to show an actual death. Keep that in mind for later. Oh god, the cancer of a fairy tale movie.
You're married?
She has money, Ella. And she's very fond of my title.
Thanks, Dad. Not like you could have told me before you married her.
Is this the right address?
Hi, I'm going to be your... of the movie.
But I do seem to remember that at the noblemen's convention you said that you lived in a castle.
Yes, I ordered a palace, not this absolutely charming cottage which anywhere in the United States would probably sell for millions.
Hey, guess what fairy tale we're going to... on today?
Hattie's president of the Prince Char fan club.
You know, Char and his uncle are responsible for the segregation of the kingdom.
You're bringing politics.
And... fangirls.
Into a fairy tale.
Addict, how much time is left in this movie?
We just got started.
I'm gonna die here.
Yeah, so the two extremely subtle stepsisters take over Ella's closet, room, and necklace. Nothing she can do about it, and it's nearly time to send off the father. Oh, are you kidding me? Really? He's a watch salesman?
Why is she chewing on the priceless heirloom of a necklace? It's not a ring pop!
Give yourself a pat on the back. Just admit you're stupid and don't know what you're talking about.
I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hold your tongue, Ella. I have no choice but to declare Hattie the winner.
Oh, hey, look. The love interest. Joy.
As heir to the throne, it's your royal responsibility, Char.
Heir to the throne. Hair. Hair. Hair to the throne. Hair. Hair to the throne. Hair to the throne. Hair to the throne. I am better.
Yes, but you're the one in charge. And only for a little while longer. Your coronation is next week.
I wonder who the villain is.
Why, who could it be?
I don't know. Maybe it's the guy with the snake.
No, they wouldn't be that dumb to make it that obvious.
The giants have always been peaceful. The ogres were peaceful too, until they ripped your father to shreds.
Actually...
I killed Mufasa.
No! Pretty much.
Fangirls. Fangirls. Why?
Political protests. Political protests in a fantasy movie!
The kids are so invested.
Are you a fast runner?
Not particularly, no. Why?
Get it!
Okay, that's a little funny.
Why did he answer that? You never tell a fangirl how fast you can run.
Oh look, we have no peripheral vision whatsoever.
Well, we've had a good 15 minutes of movie, which feel like 5 hours at this point. Let's set up the love interest.
Charming. Why don't you do what your people usually do? Steal my land and destroy my livelihood.
Perhaps that's why I find your obvious disdain for me so refreshing.
Obvious? I was trying so hard to hide it.
I hate you.
Man, that really turns me on.
Yeah, it's the way love always happens in real life. Watch, I don't agree with you.
I don't agree with you.
That means we're going to fall in love when you change your mind.
And my uncle really killed my father. It's blatantly obvious to everyone except me.
Happily ever after!
Shoot me. Please. Set me free.
Wait right there. I will get you.
Sure, bear down on that girl in the middle of the road.
Maybe I should look in front of me. Nah, the extra girl's 10 points.
Go back to the mall with Olive. Oh.
Ella?
Oh. Don't bother with her. Ooh. I'm the one you want.
Nails on the chalkboard.
I know everything about you. I've got posters of you, and pictures, and I used to stand outside your castle and watch you turn your lights on and off.
How does she not even realize how creepy she is being? Allow me to redub this for you, just to show you the severity of the situation. And I have to know this from you.
Can I sniff the pit stains on your blouse?
And I want to know,
Do I creep you out?
You're not turned on?
You reject my advances and desperately I won't let you let me down so easily.
Why do you always do what Hattie tells you to do? Olive, have you noticed anything strange about Ella? No, not really. Have you noticed it gets darker at night, then lighter when the sun comes up?
Hey, I'm the dumb sidekick to the equally dumb foil.
Take that. Cool, let me try. Take that.
Seriously, I'm just gonna ask, how do people not catch on to this curse? These two airheads do before anyone else.
Slapstick! Must have slapstick! You know, there are just some things you can't do in a dress!
No, of course.
I can't believe they're making me do this.
Freeze!
Twice! In one review movie. Twice!
A felon in my own family.
I'm acting.
So Hattie says Ella's best friend put her up to it and orders Ella to insult her and end the friendship.
And why doesn't she say anything? I mean, I don't care if it was the mother's last dying wish. She is losing everything. It's not worth it.
Ella can't. She's magically bound not to.
The house fairy whose name I can't remember isn't. One off in the corner just looking all sad.
You're right. Why doesn't she say anything?
I have got to find Lucinda and get her to take back the curse. I have something to show you. This is going to help you find her. I'm not the most talented fairy.
CJ, you want to brace yourself now.
Why? What could be worse than...
This book is my boyfriend, Benny.
Hey!
I was just trying a spell to trim his hair, and it went a little askew. I love you too, my little Pookie Pages.
Not as much as I love you, Cuddle Buns.
Ooh, I love you more. Okay.
Addict, you have a gun?
No. I wish I did.
Can you buy me one?
It would take longer than this movie runs to register one.
I hate everything. So, now Ella wants to find Lucinda, who she deduces is in Giantville. I swear to God, the writing team is monkeys.
Ella hears threatening noises on her way and decides the safest thing to do is investigate.
Missed.
Generic bullies are generic.
If a movie starts out with taking nut shots this early on, that means it's going to be a running gag.
Why, CJ! How did you know?
What do you think you're doing to that poor elf?
Don't let him scare you, sweetheart. Kick his butt.
Now see, this could actually be a little useful, using her like a controller, but of course, this movie sucks all the creativity out of everything.
Ella and her new friend Slannon head over to the elf village where they can meet...
1, 2, 3, 4! Run for it!
Oh, I forgot about this.
Oh my God, it is true. Hell exists, and here it is to take me away.
These are the elves of Ella Enchanted, people. Just so you really know what you're watching, let me contrast it with elves from The Two Towers.
An alliance once existed between elves and men. Long ago we fought and died together. We come to honor that allegiance.
And now, back to Ella Enchanted.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Stop singing!
Why can't you be a lawyer?
Hello? Elf. No elf shall be engaged in any occupation other than singing, juggling, and/or tomfoolery.
Elf restrictions, why? Just for making the sake of this crappy storyline go.
And guess what? There isn't just elf discrimination, there's also ogre and giant discrimination. Gee, I wonder if there's another movie that did the concept of getting rid of fairy tale creatures first and better.
I'm not the monster here, you are. You and the rest of that fairy tale trash poisoning my perfect world.
Meanwhile, back with the Step family, they're getting Ella's coronation invitation, and it leads to a little bit of excitement.
That sounded like a bird lit on fire being eaten by a cat who was being sawed in half.
Oh no. The rustling always comes before the screaming and the running.
Oh, a bunny. You know, the last known case of a bunny attack was, well, never.
I am the ogre.
That is some of the worst makeup I've ever seen in my life.
I just have to stop here a moment and say the ogres in the book are much cooler and scarier because by looking at you, they know what your secrets are. They're smart suckers that want to eat you, not just idiotic oafs.
What are you thinking? Let's just spray paint his head blue? I mean, I can see the lines of the mask.
Butt crack! It's funny. Laugh!
Hey, ogres are gross and stupid. That's worth a laugh, right, kids? Right? Laugh?
And so Prince Char rides in to save the day.
Another nut shot.
You're bleeding.
Oh, it's just a scratch?
They did not just pull Monty Python twice in this movie.
It is but a scratch. A scratch? Your arm's off. No, it isn't.
Yes, they did. I hate everything. Okay, seriously, if Twilight does shirtless guys better, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Hey, look, it's the fourth wall. Let's talk to the audience, because I'm a villain snake. Ooh, CGI.
I'm sorry, I have to stop. I just can't.
Give her a little bit. She'll be back. She better be back. She drug me down this hellhole already. She is not going to give up.